Yeah, we are back in Argos. Here we go.
Full glory, some long
Ooh, full
promised
glory,
trouble
that'll
has
do.
reared its ugly head. That ugly head belongs to Medusa, a consort of Poseidon, who has taken up the god's
But haven't we
cause
already sorted
and vows
Poseidon?
to crush
Not Poseidon now.
Argos.
We'll sort him out
If you
later.
don't find a way to
I thought we
vanquish
already
the
said
Gorgon,
sorted
she might
Medusa
soon
out,
turn
but it
your
sent
entire
Theseus off
city to
with his
stone.
winged sandals and
As you
whatnot.
find a way to slay the horrible beast, you must continue to guide Argos to its destiny. Diverse people continue to come to your city from far and near, and they will want diverse gods to
I mean,
worship.
diverse in a
You
sense.
should
They're
also
all going to be
take care of
Greek,
your
aren't they?
colonies,
With
making
Greek
sure that
gods.
they both enjoy all the resources available to Argos. The city will be a shining example of what can be achieved when people band together.
Yeah. Oh, that's a horrible, like, kumbaya-ish message, isn't it? This is what we could all achieve if we all work together. Ugh. Oh, no. Less of that kind of attitude right now. So I've got no money to do anything with, but I'll have 10,000 by the end of it, apparently. Probably already got the population. Another sanctuary. Going to build that to ZEUS, so I can show Poseidon what for. Because I've had it up to here with the 2 times he's been in and not done much damage to the fishing industry. But my God, it's really got me here. So to jugs. I think we already do that. And slay a monster. I think we should be okay doing that. We'll just have to summon Theseus again. And if we managed it before, we can do it again. So, to the city! Okay, that should mean our olive oil production should be A-OK. Although I might put a couple more presses in just to... Actually, no I won't, because look at how much bloody olive oil we've got. Can't shift this stuff. So, yeah, treasury's actually a bit better than I thought. I think we may have sold something in the interim. I still can't believe quite how much money I spent on that last mission. Came in with 10,000 plus drachma, left with nothing. Anyway, I remember I was rudely interrupted by Victory. Last time I was trying to build this up, wasn't I? This should definitely get our population to over 9,000. No, 4,000. Well, this time I won't put roadblocks in the way and then blame it on the water carriers. Kind of did that there. I mean, they're pretty daft anyway, but it didn't help that I put a roadblock in between where they were supposed to be going. I'll accept partial responsibility for that, but only partial responsibility. In fact, I'm going to destroy those 2 that I've just built and put a nice roadway in. I'm kind of doing this in quite an ad hoc manner. Here's the thing, I get back into this the swing of like let's playing for like let's not do that. Like momentarily, I get into the swing of it, doing like 3 videos, and then life just sort of hits me, and then I don't. Oh well. Yeah, sorry it's been a while. I think it's been about 3 weeks. I meant to do it so that hopefully I started using scheduling so that every weekend some videos should appear. That's what successful people do. What successful Let's Players do anyway. Have a set schedule, because if you've got videos coming in at regular intervals, people aren't quite so annoyed. It annoys me when you sort of trying to watch like some Let's Plays going through and somebody doesn't update for like 3 months until they do the video. So like, guilty as charged. It irritates me when other people do it, so I shouldn't do it myself, really. What to do? So what I've been distracted with this time. I've been reading this great big thick book on the Boer War, Thomas Pakenham. I've almost finished it. I'm on the last, on page 535 of 577, 78. I have almost finished it. Blimey. I didn't know anything about the Boer War, so I thought I best know something about it, and now I do. And it was really weird reading it, because I kept on. I didn't know who to which side to back I was reading it. I was like, well, yeah, the British seem to be doing all right, and then you look at, like, he's talking about the Boers, and you think, well, the Boers have got a rough deal, and then, like, you go back to sort of, it talks about, like, the British campaign, you feel for the British again, and then you go, oh, I don't know who to support. Like, even, like, bits where you think I should be feeling entirely sympathetic towards the Boers, at this point in the war, they've like, the British moved into Pretoria, and Johannesburg, and so it's more or less occupied the place and are busy rounding up the population into concentration camps. Literally to concentrate the population, not extermination camps that we know the concentration camps of Nazi Germany. These weren't deliberately death camps, they just happened to be them because of poor planning and supplies. But then it starts talking about like the guerrilla warfare that the Boers were like putting into it, and you think, oh no, mild sympathy for like the occupying British. It was really weird. And then it sort of slipped back to like talking about the Boers again. It's like, oh, I've got sympathy for the Boers now. I didn't know who to back. Probably it should be the Boers because they were just trying to live their life in South Africa with 2 independent republics, and the whole British effort was to just sort of take it over. And kind of the imperialism of, you know, that's what imperialism's all about, isn't it? But then, oh, I'm in massive debt. Whoops. I should stop talking about the Boer War. But then you think, the actual 2 republics before this stood, certainly the Transvaal Republic, the British Uitlanders, as they were called, the British subjects that were living in there under Afrikaner rule, had no voting rights. You think, well, that's unfair. But then you also think that if they had voting rights, they would have taken over by a democratic coup from the Boers in the Transvaal. So I was kind of having sympathy all over the place. Where's all the money gone? I must have bought something somewhere. Oh well. But anyway, that's 19th, early 20th century Africa. We're in... Ooh, what would that be? 30th century BC Greece? That's a long way in the past, 2966. I didn't think it was that far back. No wonder nothing seems to be particularly developed. I mean, Tayernum's still there, the garlic. It's not done anything all campaign. I'm back out of debt. I don't know how I'm doing it. I'm having no effect on this. The budget's just doing its own thing. It's fine. I don't know what's causing it. I mean, yes, it's imports and exports primarily causing it, but what's causing them? I don't know. Also, trading post to Caledon, because I've got a feeling, yes, they buy olive oil, and by God, I've got to lose it. There's so much olive oil. I would also like to buy some grapes, because apparently they don't, despite the fact that I definitely set up a wine industry, they don't do wine. Oh well, it gives me something to do, I suppose. So we'll have... You accept grapes and wine. Actually, no, let's move that a bit closer to where the actual supply demand will be. So we'll have that there. Grapes and wine. I just thought that little bit of talking about the Boer War. It's surprising how, like, how sort of 2 sides there can be on all issues. I mean, next up is saying, oh, the Nazis have a point. God, that's something to take out of context. I think there's got to be a limit to two-sidedness somewhere, and that's probably it. So, I was talking about Dionysus in the comments with Igor, and I was saying I sounded like a right prude, and for that I apologise. But Dionysus is quite an interesting god because he has like 2 sides to him. Like everyone knows him as the fun guy, god of wine, who's all jolly and all about festivals and having a good time. But he's also a bit of a dick. It's like there's two sides to like alcohol and partying. It's like done to excess. Can be quite scary. Like Cadmus, the founder of Thebes, came to a grisly end, as did most of his family, in Mount Cithaeron. He was lured there by the Nereids and not the centaurs, the satyrs, and was torn to pieces in a frenzy of wine and in a drunken sexual frenzy, which sounds to me like a night out in any British city. On a Saturday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and possibly Sunday night. What was that phrase again I just used? It's like an orgy of sexual and drunken violence, or something to that effect. Look at all that olive oil. That's going to help the exchequer no end, and also helps with all the storage. I've got some grapes to import. I'll also be getting tribute of grapes, which is nice. We can also... we can do all sorts. Wine and horse. So, presumably from somewhere, I should be able to get wheat from Miletus. Right. Where's the trading post for Miletus? Oh, it'll be that one. That's where my money went. It went to buying bronze. I've also wanted to buy some wheat. I can also export wine, so if I wanted to and I've got too much, I can import all the grapes, turn it into wine and export it the other side. So the wheat will be coming in there. I'll have the horse farms? Horse ranches. You don't have horses on farms. It's been a long day. So I'll have... They're expensive. You have to have them quite close to the market, because your horse trader doesn't walk very far, because he's an idle git. Never mind. Would you look at that? There's already stuff happening. Well, it's not happening very quickly, but it's happening. Right, that's a lot of marble. So where's a good place to start on a Sanctuary to Zeus? I think it'd be best to have it near the posh housing. But that is quite a way away. I wonder where the Medusa comes from. I hope it's not from up here, because I'm about to put a sanctuary down. So let's put... Ooh, that's quite expensive. Let's wait a minute. Right, they need water. How short of people am I? Quite short. Wait, no, I was going to put a fancy road in. Let's put a fancy road in first.
I have come down from Mount Olympus.
An avenue across most of that. The sanctuary should do the rest of it, theoretically. We'll put a fountain, infirmary, a watchtower. Oh no, we've already got No, we haven't. Let's put Watchtower in because... You know,
Life doesn't have to be unpleasant. Worship me and find out.
no, I've already told you. Tax collector? Tax collector. There's Hermes running about. Oh no, he's stopped now. I was about to put something down and I've forgotten what it was. Oh, we need culture, that was it. So let's have a gymnasium. Theatre. Theatre's a huge, bloody hell. And a podium, and then down here, drama school and your college. Probably ought to have... They're getting food, aren't they? Yeah, they're fine. No need to worry about that. I have a bit of a cold. I've got freshers flu because I've gone back to university. And that's a bit unfair really because I don't really go out for freshers week because I'm a bit old for that now. I've come back as a mature student. I'm doing a master's. Which is nice. I tried the real world of work and it didn't suit me, so I've gone back to school. Fundamentally, that's what I'm trying to say. More cultural venues. Good. Right. So if my voice sounds a little husky and gravelly, that's why. Why have you gone all the way... There's so much you can do with the gore, isn't it? I mean, if they planned it better, we wouldn't be in this mess. They'll come right back up again. You have a colony monument there. Lovely. Let's have a bit more nice housing there. Lovely. Bronze. You're taking the plants of wood back with you. Fine. I don't think tribute quite works that way. Let's have something a bit martial. No, let's not. I thought we had something a bit martial. Turns out we didn't. Perhaps we should have had the colony monument there. Oh well. Right, we've got plenty of money now. But still not enough for... Yes, we have for ZEUS' stronghold, which is huge, blimey. Ah, there. I think 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Needs access to a road. We just move the infirmary a little bit out of the way. Put a road in there, but make sure to put a roadblock in. Don't forget to rebuild the infirmary. Let's say there. Maintenance office. Great. It's a bit out of the way, but you know, I pay these people, I think. Yes, I pay them a lot. That wage bill is huge. It is actually 8,000. Let's do something about that post haste. Let's build a small Athena statue next to the Sanctuary of Hermes. Oh, blimey. That's... Whew. That worked. There goes my pyre to roast my friend.
Worship me, and wine will flow freely when you most need it.
Nah. Let's have nice fish buns. And some gardens. I mean, Pharaoh mode's not gardens, they're parks. And let's have a hedge maze there and a hedge maze there. I mean, that's lovely. I'd live there. I mean, I wouldn't. I wouldn't live in any age apart from the modern age, because I think I mentioned this in some Pharaoh video a while back. It's like, is it just take for granted just modern life? It's like well, particularly like, well, Western countries. The poorest of the poor in Western countries live better than kings and emperors in times gone past. You kind of lose perspective of that, really. It's like you're not likely to die of toothache, for instance, in the West in the last 100 years or so, but you might have done as a pharaoh or an oligarch in ancient Greece. Like the abundance of food, we never have to worry about, like I say, well, again, the West, and most of more of like parts that aren't the West, everywhere that's not the very developing world, you don't have to worry about starvation. Whereas these people, you just need 3 years of poor harvests and boom, you're gone. Throughout most of human history, one bad year, fine, you've got your stockpile. 2 bad years, yeah, you kind of get through your seed crop, but you might be alright. 3, no chance. Your granary's empty, you can't even eat your seed crop, and if you do eat your seed crop, what are you going to eat next year? Oh wow, look at that. Still need more horses though, they've only got 1. How much are they paying in taxes? Well, they pay the wage bill. I'll be honest, I'm a little underwhelmed. I thought it would be more. Needs 129 slabs of marble, 24 loads of wood, and 22 sculptures. I'd say they're going a bit slow, but I am asking them to go all the way across the city. That house needs horses. Oh, there's nothing stopping him. There are so many horses here, he can choose from whichever he likes. That's a lot of wine. Perhaps I ought to put that down to 20, so that when the tribute comes from so-and-so, he's not got an excuse not to pay it. And then we can export 24 wine to there. What are the goals? 32. Best is 56. Woof. Population 4,500. 4 sanctuaries. We've got 2. I thought I had 3. Maybe I can build one to Dionysus after all. Or why do we want to Hades? I might build one to Hades. Just you know, when you've got the resources, you may as well use them. I'll shut this industry down. I'll turn it back on again. We've got quite a bit of unemployment now, so we'll turn the sculptures back on. We'll take that wage bill down. That's better. And still people move in. There's still room for 524 more people. Oh. I missed my chance there. Some more elite housing here, there, and there. It will be high appeal once it's done.
Worship me, and your coffers will fill to the brim.
The homes in the area will pay even more in taxes. I don't have any foundries. No, I make enough through trade. I don't need to squeeze the population any further. But then again, I've got enough wine already. And the people are happy enough already, I think. Not checked, but I know they're happy. I'm going to knock the wages down a bit. There we go. They're still happy. Yeah, we'll see a sourer side to Dionysus, I think, in a couple of adventures' time. And yes, we will get to those adventures. We are going to go through all 8 adventures in this. Most notable by Jingo, who? Stasius of Caledon. Not Caledon. Gotta get it right. I'm quaking in my sandals. The hated monster, the Caledonian boar, is attacking my city, and I need you to send forces within 8 months to vanquish the beast. Right. So, build Theseus's hall. This is where it gets a bit tricky. It's got to be near the palace. I don't know where that is. Oh, it's there. So let's get rid of that house there. Pains me to do it, but no, because I can't build a wall down there. Humbug. I've kind of discovered myself. I can't put a wall around there. And I can't put a wall around there. I don't think I can, anyway. Woo! Nope, there's definitely some rocks in the way. Raspberries. I mean, what I can do, I don't want to do it, but I also don't want to destroy the Sanctuary. I should have thought this through. If I put the hall to Theseus here, needs access to a road. Don't want the road next to the theatre because the actors will come out the wrong way.
Build me a pyre to roast my friend.
Build me a pyre to roast my friend upon. Good appeal around. That's low appeal. It's next to the palace. Unprotected by walls. There's plenty of marble. So we just need walls and appeal. I mean, this is I guess it's the gamey way of doing it. I mean, I like having cities that have walls all around them. I think it makes them look more like cities and less like a loose conurbation of just, buildings. That just urban sprawl. I think is what I'm trying to say. I'm still going to struggle. Once I've dealt with Theseus, I can build through the walls later. I mean, that's my high appeal housing I've just destroyed there. The gatehouse there.
I have come down from Mount Olympus.
There. We can go right to the river, all the way back round again. Can he get through there? We can actually. Around there. that out. Gatehouse. There. There. It's nice not to be able to think about money. Look how much money we've got. And this time I really can spend it because it's coming back again, unlike last time. I can go through there. Oh great, by Jingo, I'm on the verge of tears. You and me both. I'm about to destroy my city to do this. It's even more frightening than the legend reports. Police and forces, blah blah blah. Caledon soon, or else the Caledonian Board might empty my city of its population. You say you're not the only one on the verge of tears. Bring that round like that. Up, around. The wall around like that. And around there. And up there. I mean, it's a little unfortunate if you're outside the walls, like most of the city is, but we're protecting the important people. My God, that's a massive spider. Huge. Well, you know, it's a couple of inches. But most of them is just leg. I mean, actual body is about a centimetre. Those legs, massive. Sorry, I just saw it through the corner of my eyes. It's down near my feet. Fortunately, it's not poisonous. I don't know what I'd do in other parts of the world. Then again, they say Australia's full of everything that can kill you. Only if you live in the outback. I mean, if you live in the cities, I think you're all right, as far as I understand it. The outback's full of everything that can kill you. Unprotected. Oh yeah. I might put the walls out a bit like that, so that I can put some gardens and stuff in to make the place nice. Because although he demands walls, which are, you know, quite rough on desirability, he also wants desirability as well. Put it back to due north, where it should be. I'll put that round there like that. Right, that should... Wait, does it... not quite. Right, when it does its next check... That's protected. Now let's put... a nice fish pond in. And a gazebo either side. There. Add hedge maze. No hedge maze. And fill the rest up with parks. And hopefully, that does its next check. Some appeal. Some, but not quite. Good appeal. Whew. Right, who's drinking the wine?
There was never a genius without a tincture of madness.
Makes sense. I think. Stockpile the wine, because as soon as we can get rid of Theseus, the better. Although I'm going to need him around to sort out Medusa, aren't I? Oh, he's taking the time, really, turning up. 14... Oh, that's 15. 87, that's 16. Why? Okay, send for Theseus. He can sort out the Caledonian boar. And build a hero's hall for... Is that what it was previously? Perseus needed to do battle with Medusa, who hasn't turned up yet. Oh, here we go. Noble by Jingo. Would have been nice if that had turned up. Noble by Jingo, to satisfy her fancy, the ugly Medusa is approaching and will reach your city in 1 month. Ugly Medusa. No wonder she's got a complex. Well, send for Perseus before she even arrives. I'm just all about the heroes, me. I'm just summoning them all. Wow, that's really being emptied of marble. Still got a lot of money. I feel like I can't spend it all fast enough. Let's put the Gates of Hades down. We'll have them. There. Bum, bum, bum. Brave by Jingo, thank you. Ugly by Jingo. Medusa is here and she's about to turn your unfortunate victims into stone.
I'll turn this city into a giant sculpture garden!
Hey, wait. Well, at least she's enjoying herself. She's going the wrong way. Well, you can't argue with them graphics, really. You've got enough to know what it's about, and your imagination just takes over. You don't want too higher graphics in games. If Jason wants to turn up at any time, feel free. I am impressed with how much marble we're getting through. Still need another 97. This is taking a long time. 4 Sanctuaries, slay Medusa. It's the only thing we're waiting for now, so I may as well put the foundations down if I've got enough.
There's nothing left to fear now. I'm here.
That's fine. I'm only using it to feed the horses. Well, they're quite extravagant horses eating wheat. Blimey. Theseus has arrived. I'll solve your problems. Perseus arrives. He'll solve my problems. I'm Perseus and I cannot be stopped. Bring on any challenge and I will face it down.
You have matched me as a ruler. Your city is superb.
Thank you.
It is truly a pleasure to live in this city.
You're both too kind. God, which one do you need? Theseus, isn't it? I'd hate to send the wrong one. Yeah, Theseus. Off you go.
You have matched me as a ruler. Your city is superb.
And it's not finished yet. Once more food is delivered. They've really got a problem with food, haven't they? I mean, all they need to do is go up to the granary. There's loads of it. You can't move for food. Them I can understand. So you just get whatever. They were fine before, and now it's too distant. How's Medusa getting on? Oh! Well, she knocked the gatehouse down.
I'll
Turn your city into a giant sculpture garden! She's happy. It's a good job I summoned for Theseus before that. Be alright as long as he doesn't... Ooh, that doesn't sound good. Huh.
Run! Run faster! Faster!
Thus, it becomes clear that the meaning of life is...
Oh.
Judging by what I see, I could be really busy really soon.
Assuming you're not turned to stone.
You have matched me as
The only room for these goods in the city is the only room for these goods in the city is right here in my cart.
Well, yeah, there's not much more we can do, I suppose. Just have to sit and wait it out. There we go. We don't really have the marble for it, but, you know. Just needs more workers. It's because they're all being turned to stone. I've got enough to support 6,380 people. I might want to build some more housing, because I can... Oh, don't do that to the Agora. I mean, don't you walk past? Oh wait, that's Theseus, isn't it?
you have matched me as a ruler. Your city
Where's
is
the
superb.
other chap? Perseus. Ah, that's better. Most honourable by Jingo, I need some help from you. I, Cassiopeia of Ethiopia, your humble servant, am planning a great festival to Zeus in my city of my... Your city is my city! I don't have so much in 4 years of wine as I thought I did, and I fear the festival won't be a success unless I can obtain 12 more of the item. I'm hoping that you'll agree to send 12 of 4 years of wine within 6 months, so the festival can go off without a hitch. I've got 9. I've got 10 actually. Have you done yet? Nice. Medusa has been killed. Our people can roam the city streets again without worrying about being turned into stone. It's a bit late for these unfortunate souls, but I suppose you can make a nice statue. I mean, what do you do with somebody that's been petrified? I guess you would just, like, put them in the garden somewhere and just... So there's your Grand Agora. Food. Fleece. Oil on one side. Why are you wool devolving? You need horses. arms, wine, and horses. We're short by 106. Room for 224 more. But is that in the posh housing? The clock has not visited to collect the tax. Well, he has been a little busy, being slayed by a Medusa, I suppose. Build me a pyre to roast my friend upon. I thought it was like very sort of a bit. It sounds overly dramatic, so they're doing different like tones of voice. I don't know what I did that time. Build me a pyre to roast my friend upon. I'm enjoying myself too much. Can I invade somebody for a bit of a laugh? Ethiopia buys wine. There's a point I'm using most of my supplies. There you go, you can have them. I can stop stockpiling now, people can start drinking them again. I'll tell you what, they're not getting away with not providing grapes this year. So now we just play the waiting game. It's funny because in the Pharaoh one, we're about to do the same as well.
Please let me fulfill an outstanding request.
Troezen needs marble. Troezen. Dearest by Jingo, I, Petitheus of Troezen, have a favour to ask of you. One of my sanctuaries has collapsed into a heap, and I need 32 slabs of marble to rebuild it. Please send the marble within 4 months so that the gods do not take offence. Fair enough. Although, if it's collapsed into a heap, the gods probably did it in the first place, so it'd be a bit unreasonable to take it. Well, I think the gods are quite unreasonable. Hermes shares your burden. Let me fulfill an outstanding request. I wouldn't dream of letting you touch the good stores in your visitor houses. You didn't do that last time. I'll take all 12 grapes this time. Although not the wood for some reason. But next year... How much wood do you need? 24? And you need... another 24? Why is everyone leaving? I don't know, but the city seems fuller than it ever has done. Because you sent me said I didn't. I Pythias of Troezen regard you more highly than I did before. And then there's Ternum. It's just doing its thing. It's not done anything, all thing is, it's just been there. Some of your soldiers have returned victorious from defending the city of Caledon. They are holding their heads up high, proud of their success. Sisteus of Caledon is relieved.
You have matched me as a ruler. Your city is superb.
Right, what am I missing? Lots and lots of marble, I think, but I'm the only person that produces it.
Who am I, Odysseus? How
No,
much
you're
longer do I
certainly
have to
not.
travel before I reach my destination?
And where's my
Calypso?
Calypso? I mean, where's all of our Calypsos? Where's my Calypso? That's the funny thing about it. The Odyssey starts... Well, the Odyssey is an interesting book. You don't actually meet Odysseus until book 5 of the Odyssey. It's quite interesting. And he's sat on the beach with Calypso. There's a beautiful woman in all the world that wants him. He just wants him as much of him as he can. And he's sat there thoroughly miserable because he just wants to go home. I can imagine him on this beautiful island with a beautiful goddess who just wants him, and he's just sat there at the beach and it's like, ugh, I want to go home. I can't remember. I did read it when it was the first year of university, but it was a while back. I did that instead of studying, I think. I read the Odyssey. It's great. I had to write down a note of who was who and what was what, like a character sheet. I need to reread Catch-22 to do that. I read that years ago, and I just got lost in it all. So yeah, I saved your city, but you know, if you could give me some sculptures, Miletos, what can you give me in return? Bronze. I've got enough bronze, I think. Short by 150. That's a lot of people to be short by. Stick a bit more common housing in there, and then make this place look a little nicer. We'll put population monument in there. There we go. I may need more food. I think we need more granaries to just... Okay. Just drag stuff over. Because it's like we've got the food. But it's just in the wrong parts of the city. Probably ought to put a maintenance shed in there as well. That didn't affect desirability, did it? Because it's just too far away from housing. See, they need more food. So much cheese. Now, hopefully, there's so much cheese. That's coming along fine. Needs 69 more marble. That's going a bit slow. Then all the artisans are going to this one. That's why. Might do. I know we need more workers, but I'll put some more storehouses in because we have got the marble now. We just need the manpower. So that's two. I wonder if this works in Pharaoh. I think it does. No, because the in Pharaoh it doesn't matter because the stone is taken by labourers from the work camps. Most of the time. But it does help, particularly with like import-export markets. If you have a couple of storage yards that are half full, delivering raw materials that are being imported to your warehouses, it fixes like bottlenecks. Is there a way I can shorten the journey? Not really. I mean, it's as long as it is broad, and I don't think we can put a step up there. Yeah, they have to go all the way down there and up there and then round again. So that's probably the quickest route. Well, it's useful to know. I'll tell you for free. Doesn't matter where you put your artisans, they'll always go to the one project. Oh, look at that. That's productive. 53 slabs of marble, 24 loads of wood, 22 sculptures. How many sculptures have we got? Quite a few. Could always have some more though. And I'm not paying for them either. So, Caledon, old buddy, old pal. How would you like to give me some sculptures? I think we could do with some more wood as well. I just hope it doesn't collapse. There must be a... I think it was. Yeah, there's the maintenance shed. And, Miletos, you're dedicated. Give me some wood. See, this is what we can all do when we all chip together. That's more like it. Miletos sells more wheat, don't care. Thanking you. So that's 8, 12, 15. Caledon, old buddy, old pal. There's no surplus. Okay. Wait till next year. But I'll keep Caledon on good terms. He's philanthropic, but in fact, he's even more happy than he was before. Why don't you take some olive oil off my hands? Because I've got far too much of it. Okay. I don't know what to do with the stuff. Like, we've tried bathing in it, drinking this stuff, making this soup out of it. I don't know what else you can do with it. Polish the floor. It's just so much olive oil. Thank you. 12 bunches of grapes, 8 bars of bronze, another 8 planks of wood. Caledon, how would you like to give me some sculptures? Now they need all the wood. Oh no, they still get deliveries of marble. Well, they all need a lot of everything. Roswell somebody, 41,000. Thank you. Caledon, old buddy, old pal, how would you like to give... How would you like to give me... Oh, there's no surplus. Okay. I can wait. You need 4 sculptures. You need wood. 8 loads of wood. How do you feel about giving me sculptures now? No, still not good enough. 128 workers needed. Ah, just need to pay them a bit more, apparently. Well, that's fine, but I think I'm using most of it. How's that coming on? Oh, they're coming on very nicely. Let's go to 6. I could just look at that screen, can't I? There's 25 sculptures, so there is enough. With 3 left over, and they need 4. Oh, so I need 1 more. It's alright, I'm not buying it anyway, I'm just demanding it. I don't buy materials, that's not what... What's the point in having a colony if you can't, like... Ooh, that looks nice. No point having a colony if you're going to just make your own resources. Oh, look at all them sculptures. Now that's what sound planning looks like. It's all gone. I think they might have gone inside the sanctuary. Seems like a bit of a cop-out to me. Oh, that's better. Now, this looks like a pantheon of the gods, because you've got them all there. There's Dionysus. Ooh, let's try and name them. Something to do. Hermes, Demeter, Phaistos, Ares. Ooh. Is that Demeter or is that Demeter? I think that might be Demeter. So who's that then? That's Hades. Well, that's Poseidon. That's Athena. Ooh. Is one of them Aphrodite? That might be Aphrodite. And that one's Demeter. Oh, that was alright, that. Name your Greek gods. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You may sell me less wood, but you're still paying the same amount in tribute. Don't you forget it. I'm now up to 57,000 drachma. I've got nothing to spend it on. Caledon, old buddy, old pal. Oh, there's no surplus. That's alright, I don't think I need any. 4 sculptures. Yeah, I'm busy making my own. I don't need you. I've got my own surplus. 20 slabs of marble, 8 loads of wood. Ethiopia sells more bronze. Thank you. Should be okay now. Yeah. Food stocks have stabilized. That's nice. I just like stable housing blocks. It's difficult to achieve. I mean, what's so unappealing about living there? It's a lovely place if you ignore the fishing wharves. Some people are just so picky, aren't they? Oh, I don't want to live next to the smell of rotting fish. Oh, that's nice. I don't need it, but thanks. Four slabs of marble. Almost done. Well, almost done this one anyway. Don't worry, there's still another one to go. Oh, and there it is. The sanctuary to the great goddess Zeus now gloriously reaches towards his lofty home. Zeus is smiling upon you and will make sure that others in the world smile upon you too. In his beneficence, he has also conferred the gift of prophecy upon the priests at his sacred sanctuary, and they will be able to help you see the future of your city. Zeus has also made it known in Olympus that if any other god dare to threaten your city, he will personally see to it that no harm will befall you. So, there's only one person that can beat Poseidon, and I've got him now. Horrors by Jingo. I see the oracle predicts that the gruesome monster, the Caledonian boar, will feast upon Caledon within a year. Status, the years... had little hope of fending it off. Monster of his own, take steps. Send forces to the city if you want to survive the monster's attack, mostly unscathed.
Build me a fire to roast my friends upon.
Oh, weird.
You have matched me as a ruler. Your city is superb.
And there he is, there's the big guy.
I was telling the wife just the other day how satisfying it is to sanctify buildings.
He sounds like Jason. I was telling the wife just the other day. I feel like Hera was thrilled with it. Is that wood going to the sanctuary? Yes, it is. 24 loads of wood. How many do we have? 20 and plenty of sculptures. We've got everything we need. That should go up like nobody's business. And there it goes. It should go up quicker as well because it's a lot nearer to where the materials actually are. I'm going to empty them out now. We don't need so many warehouses. I wasn't selling any. Get it right. There we go. That and empty that. Lovely. And that should save on labour costs. So I'll need them once this sanctuary goes online because goes online because there are lots of employees there. How many? I don't know. How many work at the Sanctuary of Zeus? 75. So probably around about 60, I should say. It's anything like Athena. Might be a bit more because, you know, Hades is one of the big guys. Did he curse my city before? He hasn't cursed my city. That must be horrible, having Hades curse your city, because you don't make any money, I imagine. 4 slabs of marble. Ooh, that was good. I did that without clicking the right mouse button. I clicked the touchpad on my laptop by accident. This is the kind of scintillating commentary you're coming for. Yeah, I touched the touchpad instead of the mouse. Gates of Hades complete. The ruler of the underworld is pleased today, for he hath completed Hades' sanctuary. As a reward, Hades has bequeathed to you silver from deep within the earth. He has also sent Cerberus to patrol your city streets, rendering the flesh of those who have foul intentions. Oh, thank you. So there we are. We can actually mine some copper. 75. It's as much as Zeus' sanctuary then. Hades will also offer you riches of the earth. Silver ore can be converted to drachmas at the mint. Pray to Hades if you want to witness an increase in your treasury. I'm doing fine, but thanks anyway. And there's the big guy himself. can't select him because he's not appeared yet.
With my blessing, the metal here shall multiply, whether it be silver, bronze, or coin.
Why has he got an action hero voice? It doesn't seem befitting the god of the underworld. It sounded like, you know, with my blessing, the metal here shall multiply. I expected something a bit more sonorous. That's a good word. Unemployed 2%. Right, we don't need these anymore. Don't need quite so many of these either.
Through death,
There we
use
go.
of Athena's mirror shield, Hades' helmet of invisibility, and Hermes' winged sandals.
Winged sandals.
Perseus has slain Medusa, saving Argos from a cold fate. You have guided Argos to its zenith, inspiring other leaders around Greece to gather people together and start cities of their own.
So here we go. 4 Sanctuaries, 4 complete. Population of 4,500. Population of 6,346. Treasury of 10,000. Treasury of 88,243. I can support 50 horsemen. Best is 65 drugs of olive oil in 1 year. And have slain Medusa. So gone above and beyond, really. I think that's got to be the end, hasn't it?
Through your
And here we
leadership,
are.
You have forever changed the face of Greece.
Thank you.
With Argos, you have shown the people of Greece that they should no longer live isolated from one another, but should put themselves under the protection of a great leader like you,
Naturally.
who will provide them with the things they need to enrich their lives.
So there we go. That's Argos complete. There's this idea about all coming together and all living in harmony. Yeah. It's like a running theme throughout this adventure, isn't it? It's a bit soppy. Let's carry on. Let's just admire the city for a while. We can cut wages. Good. So that's your marble. We've got lots of olive oil. Too much olive oil. Probably don't need them sculptures. Maybe you should sell them. And there's your sanctuaries. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's a particularly inspiring one, isn't it? There's your posh housing. It's a shame I couldn't have that one there, but you know, Theseus and his walls and all that. Is it still protected? I think it is. Because I rebuilt all the bits that were destroyed by Medusa. The food stocks are looking a bit empty. Possibly because it just moved over there. I've got plenty of food. I've got enough for 7,572 people, apparently. Although I'm always a bit suspicious of those. I mean, look at all those goats. You can't move for goats. It's great. Well, that might cause a problem in the future, but that is for future by Jingo. Not even future by Jingo. Some future ruler to worry about, because I am out of... The image of just lays these 3 dogheads all barking at each other. Good old Cerberus. And that's that. I don't know what's next. I think it might be Athens Through the Ages. The one where you have to fight the Peloponnesian Wars and the Trojan War. I think. Or that might be the adventure after next. But that one's a long one because you go through so much history. But that's for another time. I will see you in the next adventure and leave you with a nice view of the posh area. Don't look at the common housing, let's look at this nice posh area here. I'll take a screenshot of that as well for take a screenshot of that for the thumbnail. Yeah. I'll see you next time.